There's a creek in this old building. I gotta move. I gotta move. I gotta move. There's a creek in this old building. I gotta move. What's up? What y'all know about that? The old school is the grandmas you refer to them as spirituals. Welcome, y'all. What's good? Good morning. I hope I made it to 11 o'clock service. This is Sunday morning worship with Rico. It's been a while since I've gotten up for church. For my Sunday morning worship. But I thought this would be a great time to kick them back off. And in today's sermon, it's a doozy. So y'all go ahead and get your change out for the collection plate. There's $ Rico the Opinionist, RicotheOpinionist. So I'm passing around already. We've had a long week of foolishness. And before I get to the sermon, let me give y'all the title of it first. The title of this morning's Sunday morning worship is Where Are the Believers? Come on, somebody. And then subtitles under that, or subjects I will actually approach. You have gays having children. And then you have the hypocrisy of straight black women. And I want to say this really quickly. I read a lot of stuff. And this one thing that's popped out, one of the few things that popped out that's worth mentioning, in my opinion, is the constant attempt to replace, excuse me, the constant attempt by pop or white America to replace Michael Jackson with some other faux king of pop. They're trying to. Rolling Stone magazine or one of these white magazines referred to Harry Styles. Watermelon High? Watermelon High. He used to be with that group, One Direction, I think. They try to make him the king of pop. And that's fine, I guess. It doesn't matter because none of them would ever achieve the height and the greatness of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a product of the godfather of soul, James Brown, and Mr. Entertainment himself, Sammy Davis Jr. And before them, the Nicholas brothers. And the list goes on. But they will try to replace the greatness of all that we are as African Americans, particularly black men. One of their barely subpar entertainers. Not to say that Harry Styles isn't cool at what he does. I like Harry Styles' music, but Harry Styles. Can anybody tell me whenever they saw Michael Jackson pose on a magazine in women's clothes? Never. And so, but Michael Jackson, the only entertainer in my lifetime, I'm 54, that I witnessed that could just stand there and not even move a muscle, and have men, women, children of all races just screaming for exactly 10 minutes. And so, no, you didn't miss it. Good morning, Mary Max. You didn't miss it. And so, Michael Jackson could just stand there. Y'all remember that Super Bowl? And go look up videos of his Budapest, all over in Budapest, everywhere. People were fainting. Harry Styles didn't have people fainting. Now, they thought they were going to try when they had Justin Timberlake. See, he fizzled out. That Man in the Woods CD, I guess it wasn't one convincing as being manly. But Michael Jackson is forever the king. Rock, pop, pop, king of pop. He delved into a little rock with that Dirty Diana. And don't matter if you're black or white, he has some guitar riffs in there. But no, Chuck Berry, king of rock and roll. Little Richard, the architect made the design for rock and roll. Come on, somebody. And so, yeah, they keep trying, but we know better. They even tear down even the monuments dedicated to soul artists, pop artists who crossed over and outdid the pop artists. And now, if y'all ever notice on these, in your Hot 97, 106, 93.3 here in Dallas, these pop artists use a lot of black beats. Use a lot of black images. These white artists, be it the Britney, be it the Christina Aguilera, be it One Direction, be it all these little boy bands, all of them. Even the Korean pop guys they're ripping off of the black artists. So how he's gonna be king of pop when there's only one king? That is King Michael Jackson. Rest in peace, brother. But anyway, and also, this Jonathan Majors thing was going on, him wearing these suspect outfits. And I'm gonna save that part for when I get to the hypocrisy of straight black women. But my question is, where are the believers? People like me, who the so-called non-believers. How come we see everything that's going on as it relates to sinning? As it relates to all the sinning that's going on and all the hell that's been raised. How come those of us who don't go to church and don't have a religion, or you may refer to us as agnostic or atheists, how come we see more than what y'all see? Or maybe we're men and women enough to point out what you say God said was wrong. And one thing, y'all to talk about everything else, but two things religious blacks will not touch. That is the destruction that's caused by single motherhood, and they will not touch publicly or in academic article, scholastic article, or YouTube video, or book, or anything. That is the homosexuality. They will not touch it. T.D. Jakes, none of them will not touch it. None of your great mega preachers will not touch it. And I just find it amazing. But those of us who are supposed to be non-believers, we're viewed as lesser than you a lot of times. So I'm going to know, where are the believers? I shouldn't be the one, me and others, not just me, but there are a lot of us who call this stuff out, but we don't have the platforms like y'all do. Y'all are giving all kinds of stages and media outlets to express, your thoughts, but you never talk about the destruction of single motherhood. You never talk about the morality behind why these people continue to have multiple baby daddies. You never, attack the artists or the so-called public figureheads who push out these narratives. And you will not touch homosexuality at all. So what do you believe in, believers? What do you believe in? Who do you believe in? Because I believe in, what I understand is God and nature, meaning the infinite and the natural order of things. Come on, somebody, hallelujah. Oh, glory. So I understand that, and I don't have to go to anybody's church. I don't have to belong to anybody's religion to understand there's infinity and there's infinite wisdom and there's a natural order of things. And I pretty much got a clear concept of the natural order of things when I was in 8th grade biology. I understood how babies were made. I understood as I got older that it takes two people to create a balanced being, not just one person, but based on statistics and results, men tend to do a way better job of raising children than single women. Single men tend to do a way better job, far better job, especially when it comes to teaching children that accountability. And you determine your destiny. You are responsible for the choices that you make. Men tend to do a better job in that. Men also tend to do a better job at economizing. I know they push that women are pretty good at budgeting and all that, but it's men. Men do a better job. Y'all can do the experiment. You women in here got too many kids. You want your father to take your sons. Don't go to court and fight for child support. Go to court and say, hey, he don't have to pay child support. Because he comes to get his son. I just want him to go live with his dad, or let her live with her dad. And then 10 years later, y'all see the results of the child you raised and the children he raised. I guarantee you'll see a vast difference. So, but anyway, where are the believers? Where y'all at this morning? I know y'all piled up in somebody's church listening to that rumbling and all those damn organs and pianos and, and drums and guitars and and we and all that. But still, where's the change in behavior? Where's the putting into practice what you've where's the putting into practice what you've learned? Because, as a social worker, come on somebody, I don't deal in theory and these weird ass conversations. Social workers are those who deal into practice. We put things into motion. We encourage behavior that will move into action to save yourself or to lift yourself out of a particular situation. Hence, you wouldn't need a social worker anymore, right? But where are you, believers? One thing is to believe. The next one is to achieve. We got a lot of believers out there. And again, y'all refuse to touch homosexuality. Not in just the behavior, but also the science of homosexuality. What and the politics of homosexuality. Those are things I'm wondering where the believers are. Because these people are doing all kinds of stuff. And by the way, let me say this. Don't y'all try to project on me like I don't know that most of our families have gay men and gay women in it. And don't you dare act like I don't have any people who I know who are gay I'm cool with. Don't act like that. That's not what I'm talking about. So don't you dare do that. I can talk about the behavior. I can talk about the politics of homosexuality all day long. I can point it out because that's the stuff. And I'm going to point it out. I'm cool with people's preferences in their bedrooms. But that doesn't keep me from talking about what's going on that's not right. So saith the Lord, and so saith nature. So don't y'all act like that. Rico don't like gay people. Don't do that. That's easy and it's cheap. That's easy right out. Let's have a real conversation about this topic. Believers. I want to understand why believers are so silent. That's why I can't take church. One of the many reasons I can't take church people seriously. Certainly if it's a church person who's a Democrat, I sure can't take you seriously. Because y'all sit around and okay with 5-year-olds. Church folks are okay with 5-year-olds and 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds being okay with making the decision whether they want to be a girl or a boy. But the masses of so-called conservative Republicans, they don't play that. So who's more into God? Is it Democrats or Republicans? Yeah, I threw that out there. Y'all ponder that because a lot of stuff as it relates to maintaining a family, men and women and children, that's conservative. That's Republican. But all this stuff about single motherhood and trans and all that weird stuff, that's Democrat. So why the hell would I be, as a straight man, why the fuck would I be a Democrat? Oops, I cussed at church. I'm cussed on my Sunday morning sermon. I'm sorry. So, where are you, believers? Yeah, I'm challenging your belief. It sucks. Because what books do y'all read? What do y'all believe? But I want to know, what do you believe in? Actually, what do you stand for? Publicly. Because we can do a lot of stuff privately. But other people stand up publicly against what they're not into. How come we don't stand up publicly against the very things that actually ruining the fabric of the black family? There's nothing beneficial about being a homosexual if you're going to according to God and nature. Now, not to say that homosexuals cannot be good human beings. I'm not talking about that. 'Cause a lot of them are very nice, very well behaved, very good people. But as it relates to if we're going to do the assignment, come on somebody, that is to be fruitful and multiply. How can you multiply when you're sticking penis in another man's behind, or a woman is sticking a plastic dildo in another woman's vagina, or eating another woman's vagina? How can you produce life from that behavior? And I'll go deeper into the rabbit hole on another live, I guess, relates to that. other parts of homosexuality is not beneficial. And then we got all these black politicians that suppose they go under the Trojan horse of black power, but soon they get elected, they start talking about trans and queer folks and single mothers. They don't even talk about men. So y'all watch these young black Democrats that's coming up, this Black Lives Matter Democrats. Watch these mother lovers. All of them that claiming all this black power, they're nothing but gays and feminists. Male feminists, female feminists. And they have no interest in pulling the black family together. Whenever y'all hear me speak, then I always mention the black family. Mother, father, children in the same household. Isn't that what church is supposed to be teaching y'all? But then y'all get these young black Democrats. See, I listen to them when they talk. And if he's a young black Democrat male, and the first thing out his mouth is, after he says white supremacy, white folks trying to have that white privilege, after they said it, then they're saying they're discriminating against queer folks, trans and marginalized groups and women, and then start going this tirade of how great black women are. And this is a man now. Don't vote for that. If you're a man, why the hell would you vote for that? And then you got a black female, young black female Democrat. All she does is talk about women and immigrants and LGBT. But then she'll throw up racism, white supremacy. Then white folks trying to keep us down. Racism, white racist patriarch. Oh yeah, if a black man uses the words patriarchy or misogyny, get away from that son of a bitch. It's not for you, fellow black men. Get away from him. Patriarchy. Misogynoir, that's black shit. If they've used any of that language, straight black men, get thee away from those sons and daughters of Satan. Come on, somebody. Because all that is a bunch of feminist, racist rhetoric to push black men, straight black men, out of the picture and to make sure black boys don't grow up to be black men. Where are you, believers? Where are you? What are they teaching you in your church, believers? Because y'all get on my nerves. Try to act all high and mighty doing your Kojic convocations and shit. And your Southern Baptist this and your AME that, but you don't attack the real things that's attacking black people. People don't need Christ, they need counseling. Come on. They need therapy. And they need the miseducation of the Negro. They need Kill Them Before They Grow by Michael Porter. They need Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome by Dr. Joy LeGroux Leary. That's what they need. They don't need no Bible. They don't need that anymore. We've been given that damn Bible for 400 years and look at us. Where are you, believers? What do you believe in? Why don't you attack the homosexuality aspect of that's destroying the black community? Why don't you attack the behavior of single motherhood, the decision to become a single mother in 2021 when these women have over 25 forms of birth control, but yet you see no need to attack their behavior without blaming men? So what are you doing, believers? And this shit has to stop. And our people are suffering. Believers, I'm still on y'all ass. I need more folks to ask you, where are you, believers? There's a lot of stuff going on in this country. A lot of stuff going on this week. Let me go with this next thing. Y'all saw where rapper Da Brat. Now, we've always known she was a little bit on the rough side of the mountain. We've always known she was a little rough. But, she was still cute back in the days. What you like? Do, what you like? Yeah, Da Brat was bad. We've always known that, then she dated a man or two. Yeah, we got that. But see, and when she decided to come out of the closet, there was nobody really shocked by that. We've all known that Da Brat was a little bit she kind of traveled on the rough side of the mountain. We've always known she was It's a little ruffian. But you know, so we weren't shocked. But here's the kicker. And it's not just her. It's this thing, this trend that's going on. See, let me get back to God and nature. That's what I understand. It ain't gonna ever change. See, he made Adam and Eve. And on Noah's Ark. Come on, somebody. Church folks, y'all listen to me now. Y'all need to have me come preach y'all Sunday morning sermon. Y'all preacher ain't doing a damn thing. Obviously. All right. So I'm going to tell you about your Bible stories. Adam and Eve, right? So that means man and woman get together, reproduce to populate the earth. Okay. And then let's go to the story of Noah's Ark. When he was trying to warn these jackasses who thought he was playing games, hey, look, the storm is coming. Even though it was 80 degrees out there when he told them that. The storm is coming this weekend. Y'all better build your boat or patch the hose up in your boats and your rafts, because it's about to get funky around here. Noah, you tripping. You are seriously tripping. And we playing volleyball out here. We ain't got time. Man, look how gorgeous it is out here. He said, all right, I'm telling y'all. So they watched Noah for months before that weekend came. Chopped down trees and had his family help him build the boat. They said, what is that ugly ass thing? Why does it look like a submarine? So they had him. They was watching him build his ark. And so 2 days before, he said, all right, no, the day before or the day of, as the skies were getting gray, he was like, look, all right, y'all, this is going to be a whole month of raining going on around here. So, it may not be nobody here. So, because the Lord told me, I need you to build an ark and to warn others. He tried to warn them. You know how people try to tell black folks? Or tell people, they just laugh at you because at the moment everything seemed to be fine. But they're trying to tell you. So you write them off as crazy. So they wrote Noah off as crazy. And he's tripping. And enjoy the summer, Noah. We can work later. Well, why are you doing that? Ha, ha, ha. And so he said, all right. He got his family together. And those who believed him said, look, y'all. We need two of everything. I need a male and a female horse. I need a male and a female pig. I need a male and a female cow, male and female chickens. I need all of this because I understand about being fruitful and multiplying. So he got two of everything to make sure that when the storm was over, oh glory, they'd be able to sustain themselves, okay? With food and everything else. So, as he loaded up the last two, whatever he needed, two opposite, male and female of everything. He got his sons, his daughters, and their little boyfriends and shit. You hear me? And his wife. He got in there. They started sprinkling. So he said, y'all better come on. Y'all come on, get up here. Where are you, believers, by the way? Hold on, my earpiece fell out. Where are you, believers? And so, he got the ship and got his little ark together and tied everything up and fortified it, and boom, it started raining a little hard, and people they started, got the little umbrellas and started walking around. It's going to be all right. It's going to rain about 30 minutes, maybe an hour. The next thing you know, it started raining that morning. It was still raining real hard that night. They're like, well, damn, we need to get inside. Next thing you know, it kept raining. Then the river started on flow. Before you know it, now it's Noah's. It rained so much, that it was able. The ark, as heavy, as big as it was able to get traction, and they felt the boat, the ark moving and floating, but they had a few windows made in the ark, and they looked out the window and saw all those people screaming like, Noah, man, what's good? Open up, let us in here. It's like that record music. Remember that old soul commercial? When they were doing that, hey love, that old soul music. He said, man, where you get that from? I got it from here. He said, hey, let me borrow that. And he told you, no, brother, you go get your own. That's what Noah told those folks. Noah, let us in. Let us get in on what you talking about. He said to them, no, my brother, you go get your own. Well, you can't build one now. It's too late. So Noah floated on, and he moved on, and he floated for like a whole month and didn't know what they was going on. They know they looked out and they didn't see nothing but water. All the people and vegetation and plantation or plants and vegetation and people well, they floated as long as they could before they were succumbed by the flood. Where are you, believers? So, it came through, and next thing you know, he saw land, and the water was becoming more shallow, and all of a sudden, boom! They hit an embankment and opened up the ark. The sun was shining, and then all those people. I said, well, damn. But you know who they didn't have on that ark? He didn't go 2 women and 2 men, 2 boys and 2 girls. They had boy, girl, man, woman. You understand how nature works? And so now, with these folks who got these powerful homosexual positions and platforms, they've convinced believers that they are legitimate people. They convinced believers, because they haven't convinced us non-believers, because we still deal in God and nature. I deal in God and nature. And so, see, y'all want to see some nature? Let me show y'all something. Hold on real quick. Let me show y'all some nature. Look right there. Y'all see those? Y'all hear it? That's nature. See the ducks? That's nature. Right there. That's nature. All right? All this other stuff that's going on. And so the brat, just like these gay white men and these lesbian white women, you don't want to go by God and nature, but you want to try to do what you want to do. Come on, somebody. You know how they did when in the 2 cities of Sodom and Gomorrah when they sent Lot, when God said, look, man, these folks got all this going on. They whoring, they prostituting, they men laying with men and women laying with women, and they acting a fool. Say, look, he's like, look, man. He said, God, please, don't destroy the cities. I got my wife and my children, my daughters here. And he said, but all right, Lot. If you can find me at least about 20 people who want to obey my rule and live by my laws, so said me, the Lord, I won't destroy these 2 cities. I won't destroy yours as well as Gomorrah. So he went out. He said, okay, I'll try. And so he attempted to find, some people who wanted to obey his law, but he just couldn't. And what the straw that broke the camel's back was when he got a knock at the door. They had these Trojan guards, and he answered the door, and it's 2. And well, first of all, let me go back. To these angels came to say, look, all right, we were sent here, man, to just let you know, these 2 angels, they were male angels. They came to Lot's door and he welcomed them in, and he said, okay, I'm going to fell on his ass. And so, yeah, good morning. And he welcomed the 2 angels in, right? And angels, came in the form of men, but they were angels. And he said, look, we'll wait here. We'll just sit here and chill till you're able to find those people. And so they were sitting in the living room chilling, they were probably playing Uno, playing cards with Lot's daughters. His daughters are like teenage girls, cute little young women, right? And so these Trojan guards came in and said, look, man, there's a lot going on. We telling everybody to lock down. And those 2-3 Trojan guards looked past Noah and saw the 2 male angels. And they said, well, hold on a minute, Lot. You ain't got to just... Cause they was coming in to collect the taxes and everything. Lot like, look, I ain't got no money, man. And so the Trojan guards looked past Noah's shoulder and noticed the angels. Hallelujah. He said, well, who are they? He said, oh, those are my daughters back there. And they said, no, not them, not the fish. Who are those right there? He said, oh, those 2 men? He said, yeah. And then the guard said, yeah. How can we get to know them? Let us know them in the language of that day. You know what that meant, right? And so he said, well, wait a minute, y'all. wait a minute, y'all. He said, wait a minute, y'all. I got 2 daughters over there. They legal age. And they pretty, they both know, they age, they 18, 19. Well, I'd say they were 16, but you know, by then, 16 might have been legal. But anyway, 17, they're like, no. We want those 2 Brad Pitt looking, those 2 Denzel Washington looking. We want to know them. And so a lot like looked up, you know how you look up, like Florida Evans did all the time when stuff was just out of her control. She was done with it. He looked up in the ceiling and said, Lord have mercy. He looked back at his daughters and his wife and said, y'all, we got to pack. Because he finna burn this mother lover up because these folks tripping. He said, well, look, y'all come back and the angels will be, the men will be here. And so they left and locked them. He told the angels looked at him like, sorry, man, we tried, bro. We tried to give you more time, but it look like these folks not even trying to hear you. And so the daughters are like, well, damn. That's what's up, Daddy? They want these cats over us? Then it ain't like we fat or nothing. No, they just took it personal. Like, shit, we exercise every day. And we cook. And Lot say, look, baby, this is beyond y'all control. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all not being pretty, fit, feminine, and cooperative. They want other things. And so so y'all gonna pack y'all stuff in the room. Tell y'all mama to pack the stuff. We got to leave here. You know, and so that night they got the hell out of there, but they was told, don't look back, goddamn, you look back at this, what I'm about to do, turn into a pillar of salt. And of course, his ex-wife wanted to come, or whatever she was to him, or the sister, or whatever wanted to come. He like, look, this is for believers, the real folks. I want to go too. I heard it was about to pop off, I want to go. And so he's like, come on. And so they was almost out of town, and she heard the screaming, and oh Lord, she's like, what the hell is going on? And she froze, turned into a pillar of salt. And he said, I told you, man, you know, so stupid, hard-headed broads. These people are stupid. So he left. Left her right there, stood. There was nothing he could do. And so I'm going to come back to today's. No, the hard-headedness of a lot of women. And also, the unnatural. And I went to that story because of the unnatural part of it. We were given an assignment as people by God, amen? And we just shuck the assignments because we decided to hear the orders of Satan. And we decided to go on as the old preacher used to say, become pulled in by the flesh and become part of the world. And that's what a lot of us have become. And so so I have to question the believers. Why aren't y'all on the corner teaching the truth? Instead of trying to recruit folks to Christ, why don't y'all just flat out tell the truth about what y'all know? I think like they used to. They don't do that anymore. These mega churches got everybody just like, man, get all that, man. Get the money, man. I mean, that's what it appears to be. And so the women aren't going door to door. I mean, the only people who are consistent with it, though, is Jehovah's Witnesses, but they're trying to get you ready for the return of Jehovah. Okay, I got it. But quit knocking on folks' door at 8 in the morning on Saturdays. You know damn well people gonna keep not answering the door or keep slamming the door in y'all faces. Y'all haven't gotten it yet after 50 years? Damn. So, the brat decided to get with marry her sugar mom, the love of her life. Now, her wife has children. Y'all listen. Already, grown children, and the daughter got a grandbaby. But the brat, who's never had a child at 48 years old, decided she want to give her her wife, a baby. And then they create this thing called in vitro, which is for women who are unable to. Now, in vitro is nothing wrong. I don't know if the brat did this, but I'm just going there. In vitro is for women who had women's medical issues that probably couldn't not just conceive, but hold a baby. Or maybe his sperm wasn't shooting far enough, so they can surgically take his semen and insert it into a woman's body, into her eggs and all that stuff, and she can get pregnant that way. And then they create this surrogate thing. It's supposed to be, in my opinion, for women who are unable to carry a baby, so they allowed somebody else to carry it for them. They're still pushing science. But now you got homosexuals. Be it, what's the guy from CNN? The white guy from CNN? He got him a baby, and all these gay men, couple white men with babies. And then now you got black women, gay black women, getting surrogates to have babies. I don't understand. Y'all, come on now, believers, where are y'all? Because see, if you're truly in line with God and nature, this behavior would not be going on. You have to call out for what it is. And also, you know, to you homosexuals out there who's supposed to be really homosexuals, y'all are lying. Because you can't be homosexual and still be in line with God and nature. Y'all heard me say it. How come y'all preachers don't tell y'all this no more? Pastor Jamal Bryan won't say nothing about that, but he'll talk shit about passport bros. Oh, damn, I cursed again. He'll talk trash about Kevin Samuels, but Jamal Bryan won't talk about that. How can you be in concert with God and nature and be a homosexual and want to have? You're not supposed to want to have children. Where's your paternal? How do you get a paternal instinct when you get penis up your bunghole? How do you get a maternal instinct to want to have children when you like your coochie ate by other women, or you want to let a woman put a plastic dildo in your body? How do you do that? Because y'all lying. All this shit is just for money and for below belt bucking, below desires. You lying. You a liar. You should not have these maternal and paternal instincts when you are a homosexual. That's totally out of the realm of things. And what we're doing is creating more chaos. And one thing about the seeds of Satan, come on somebody. They got a program already written out that's well funded, and we don't understand it. But we're so busy being afraid of something that's unnatural. I've never seen such a thing. So-called straight heterosexual, God-fearing, God-understanding, nature-respecting people. Mainly in the black community. We sit by, we just watch stuff. Because see, you say, well, white people do it too. Well, white people got the population, they got the money, they got everything else to pretty much do what they're going to do. But we can't afford to be like what they do. But now, it's interesting that we don't seem to strive to do what they do that's positive or intuitive or inventive. We like to copy a lot of filth that white folks do. That's the weirdest behavior. And so, how can you be the brat, how can you be a homosexual and still want to carry a baby or even have a baby? See, when I was a kid in the 70s and the 80s, the lines were drawn. If you mention a penis in front of a lesbian or a stud female, she would break out in hives and ball her fists up like, you got the game wrong. If you mention the word vagina in front of an actual gay man back in the day, they'd be like, oh, first of all, no, fish, jump, we don't, they would let you have it. Because that wasn't what they understood. What's with these new modern homosexuals today that trying to dip over into God's country? Dip over into God's behavior when that's not who you are. Why aren't we challenging this? There you bring children into this confusion. You got single motherhood, then we got gay parents. 2 men or 2 stud bitches or 2 lesbian chicks. It's weird. So what you gonna teach the little boy about him? What you gonna teach the little girl? Because both of it's out of balance. You can't teach them something that you don't believe in and that you don't know anything about. It's weird. But we still celebrating it. So when the brat made an announcement, tons of black women just big upped her and congratulations, yes, sister, yeah, and called her a queen. You know damn well the brat is not a queen. That nigga been a king all her life. And I didn't mean to use the racial slur, but I'm just talking about behavior. You know, just cut it out. So what you gonna do? Either do you believe there's a presence of God or not? If not, let's all do it. You know, let's all be on the same page. It's about who you love. It's not about that. Because I ain't seen a Jew love a Palestinian yet. I haven't seen a Jew love the African immigrants over in Israel yet. So what y'all talking about? Just all the black people say this dumb shit. No, we don't. No, we're the only ones who fall for it. White people say it too, but they don't fall for it because they keep the lines drawn around what is white and what is not. But we don't understand that. It's almost like we're just Susie Knuckleheads and Billy Bologna sandwich eating motherfuckers. It's just dumb. Damn, a third cuss word. See y'all make me cuss? Because like you have to cuss black folks for them to hear you. Stupid. It's plain stupid. Am I coming from a place of perfection? No. Always a place of practice. No. So I'm always practicing to be a better person. Practicing to be a... Oh, you little bastard. Practicing to be a better human being. Practice. And they say practice makes perfect. I need y'all to practice in understanding God and nature. Believers. You know, we're also ignorant, hell-bound non-believers. We don't know what we're talking about. Remember? We're going to get it together one day. And so, they just congratulated her. All the celebrities came out and congratulated her. And when Keke Palmer came out in front of the white world and talking about I'm pregnant, sisters all over the planet. That's right. Congratulations, you're going to be a wonderful mother. But nobody gives a damn about a child having a father. A heterosexual masculine father. Not these gay and bi and all this shit. Real men to be fathers. That means you ladies are purposely having sex with non-men. And then you got a lot of these single mothers. I then had their third kid by their fourth baby bum. They go get a stud as their boyfriend and put a stud over their children. You weird broads. You sick son of a bitch. Since you had no control, no mature control over your vagina and the choice making, you go get a stud to be the man over your daughters and your sons, you weirdo ass broads. Sick. 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 You have no respect for God. You have no respect for children. Yeah, you better off just raising your kids and keeping everybody out your life until they get old enough where they can make better decisions. Where are you, believers? Why am I talking like this? How come y'all not talking like this? It don't make no damn sense. And so, whew. And then this Jonathan Majors guy. Now, he's not the only one. I pulled up tons of pictures of black athletes and black movie stars, black male movie stars supposed to be straight, wearing women's clothes and fruity clothes. Then first thing y'all want to do is bring up Prince. Or y'all want to bring up Lenny Kravitz. Well, and now somebody want to bring up Andre 3000. Well, they wore clothes like that. First of all, Andre 3000 didn't wear women's clothes. He wore like that what's called that Woodstock kind of beat look. And it's one thing to have an effeminate disposition, but the other one to flat out just take pictures with your lips. What's up, Tino? And you around here taking pictures with your lips poked up. You know, like that Luther Vandross CD, The Night I Fell in Love album cover. You know, we let Luther make it. We didn't care. Bohemian style. Mary Max, thank you. Bohemian, you know, different. And also Lenny Kravitz. He's a biracial guy raised by a black mom, you know, and a Jewish white daddy. And so they live a different life, they live a different existence. Him and Lisa Bonet and folks like that, they live a different existence than urban or regular, black folks in America. And so they have, it's called that free thinking, freestyle living, right? But a dude who's supposed to present himself as a masculine man, like, let's say like Mr. T was Clubber Lang in the Rocky movies. And you got big old motherfuckers like Bing Rames. supposed to present he was a masculine and baby boy, you know, the masculine boyfriend. But then he turns around and plays Holiday Heart, a big old 250-pound hard-faced, hard-fist-ass transgender in Holiday Heart. Or to get his cheeks bust in Pulp Fiction by these 3 white guys with an apple in his mouth. Like, this shit is crazy. And so, and his little, and that little guy, Jonathan Majors, who's in the new Creed movie, looking very, you know, coming out of jail, looking hard, you know, I guess, looking like a masculine, like testosterone is flowing through his veins. But then the first thing they do, he get his ass on the cover of Ebony magazine with these old fruity ass pictures. And then he want to come out and, well, you know, people are talking. I got people talking. Man, just shut up. You have no respect for your own masculinity. That's the problem that we're having here. Terry Crews, another one. You're going to let some little 5'2", 110-pound white man grab all of your penis and nuts in front of your wife. And you didn't shut the party down by beating his ass? Get out of here, man. What's wrong with y'all big, black, strong dudes? What's up with y'all? What y'all got going on? Oh my God, Rico, you're so homophobic. That's so misogynistic. I don't give a shit about any of those words. They don't mean anything. Because I'm dealing God and nature. The men in general of all races are hunter-gatherers, protector-providers. What are you hunting and gathering? What are you protecting, acting like chicks? To you strong black dudes. And y'all notice it's always the dark-skinned black men who they have looking like this. Just go pay attention. Jonathan Majors, brown, dark-skinned black man, women's clothes, looking fruity. Bing Raines, big, dark-skinned, muscular black dude. Who else they got? Charles Barkley, he's a caramel-skinned weirdo. Shaquille O'Neal, big, dark-skinned black dude, and a woman dressed up and all that shit. Now, these are popular images. And these are not just average walking around the street kind of guys. When you're a famous black man and black boys and young black girls are looking at you, it's like they would be more cognizant of their image. They're not. They don't care. And then when you call them up on it, they want to get an attitude. No, y'all out of line. Y'all are rich. Y'all present masculinity, but then y'all let these folks, Russell Westbrook, y'all let these folks dress y'all up like children. Wear little children clothes, LeBron James. Another big old virile, testosterone flowing, dark-skinned black man. But you got on clothes that look like they in one of them Disney movies, Mary Poppins. Hello, sir, Taskmaster, with them little shorts and them little jackets and shit with that little purse. You 6'9", 250 pounds. This woman following her ass. Get up, lady. But anyway. And so, we've bitten the apple. Shout out to Kwame Brown. As our race, we've bitten the apple. And so, why, believers, where y'all at? Believers, why aren't y'all taking the forefront, taking the lead on calling out this foolishness to reclaim God for the lives of black Americans? Why? What's going on? How come us non-believers are the ones who are talking about all this stuff? It doesn't make any sense. If you cared about the psychological development and the growth of black children, you would not be behaving this way. If you cared about God and nature, come on somebody, and the actual formation of the black family, you would not be approving or high-fiving the brat being pregnant with a wife, with a sugar mama, a wife. You would not be doing that. But let you know, as the church folks would say, in the last days, I guess it's written in your Bible, Revelation somewhere, in the last days, right will be looked at as wrong, and wrong will be looked at as right, and those who try to speak what's right will be vilified and demonized and cast aside. And guess what? That is what's going on. You know, the hypocrisy of African American women is just, it's astounding. Y'all push all this feminists, y'all okay, and I know this is not all, of course not, but it's the ones who are supposed to be good black women, y'all are too silent for me. Y'all don't make any videos. Y'all don't write any books, write any articles with your PhDs. You got all these feminist, horrible women with PhDs and EDDs sitting in the academy, writing all these damn articles, just demonizing black men, demonizing the black family. And these hoes are usually ugly, don't have nobody, no children, and probably got a woman somewhere, but they got so much to say about black men and how they don't care for the patriarchal family. Let me tell you something. All those countries that the guys are traveling to, those countries are patriarchally ran. So when you say those women are sweet, submissive, feminine, fit, cooperative, but obviously because they're under the guidance of a man, baby, yeah. In America, there are men who've empowered these weirdo, insane-ass women referred to as feminists, black, white, and other, Asians, Hispanics, women. They've empowered them to run a lot of these systems, but most importantly, come back to us, they've empowered black women to be the prime ministers and the leaders of the black community. And then you're wondering why we're so screwed up. Rico, what you saying that black women can't lead? They do great in cooking class. But here, a lot of women, a lot of black men are out cooking them. A lot of these cooking shows and these cooking ideas I see on Instagram and TikTok, men killing them gumbos and meatloaf recipes and dessert recipes. Killing it. Barbecue, shit, killing it. Different cuisines, a lot of guys are killing it. So, if the women won't do women duties, so the men have had to come over to cook, and whenever the men come over, they tend to do it better than the women. Cook, cleaning, child rearing, the men tend to do better. Because the black man is God. And then, of course, on the other side, they would say, well, men have fallen off. Men need to step up and take their rightful place. Well, we never gave it up. We still men. We still do what we're going to do. And every woman that's in our lives, wife or daughter, they'll tell you. But y'all talking about these few percentage of men that y'all can control, that y'all complain about. So y'all notice these women don't complain about the men who are actually high value, men who are doing things for themselves, who don't sit around here and talk about how big their booty is and how thick they are. Those are the men that these women are complaining about. Let me break the statistics down for y'all. Over 51% of black men are single and childless. 57% of those men live in the middle class or up. 33% of black men are married, and 86% of those black men who are married to black women. So what you have is, come on, is 13 to 14% of black men who these women are dealing with. They're having all their children by these bums and these low-achieving, non-achieving black dudes. But white America give black women these platforms to talk as if they're talking about black men as a group. Again, over 51% of black men are single without children. Black women have way more children than black men. And over 55 to 56% are living in middle class. So, who are y'all complaining about, ladies? Believers, where are you? How come y'all don't go on blackdemographics.com and see this information, or the CDC to see these statistics? So whenever I hear women talking about men, go look at who their baby daddy is. He's some kind of bum who just out of jail, or got 3 other baby mamas, Sarah. They're not talking about the engineers. They're not talking about the professors. They're not talking about the black men who are doctors, the black men who are blue-collar brothers who are plumbers and electricians, who have professions and vocations, who are actually contributing tax dollars to society. They're not talking about the majority of black men. They're talking about those few who all of them are rotating their penises. That's who you're talking about. And so, believers, where are y'all? So then y'all get together to you silent women who say, well, that's not all black women. That's not black women as a group. You just need to stop marginalizing. You need to stop generalizing black women. Well, y'all need to come out and show us who you are. Black women have been married in less than 32%. While those other women that you try to compare yourself to are getting married over 51%. Over 50% they're getting married. There aren't enough men to go around. Either the good ones are already taken, the ones in jail, or gay, or dead. But guess who y'all having sex with? The ones getting out of jail and the gay ones. Oh, yeah. So what y'all talking about? That's your population, because obviously you don't want the decent guys. Don't mean the guys who have careers and professions and vocations, who are not sitting around telling you how big your booty is and how thick you are. They're too busy working and creating and studying. So y'all need to get it together. Believers, where are you? Oh, y'all right here celebrating the brat being pregnant as a lesbian. Y'all right here thinking it's cool for Anderson Cooper on CNN, that's his name. Anderson Cooper with his boyfriend and his wife with a kid. And not a woman in sight. Y'all okay with that? Y'all okay with guys like Jonathan Majors, the epitome of black masculinity, but dressing up like a chick? And then the thing is, like I said, they have to volunteer to do this. These black dudes are volunteering to look like bitches. They're volunteering, so we have to confront them. So why are you volunteering to do that, brother? What's going on with that? Why? And then on the homosexuality part, again, this is not an attack on them as human beings, because I'm sure that I know a lot of nice ones. Really cool, professional, real nice. But I'm not going to, because I know a lot, or I've seen a lot who are nice, well-behaved, and all that, I'm not going to go against what I know to be true as God and nature. So anybody get the idea, Rico don't like gays. So what the fuck I didn't? What y'all gonna do? What if I didn't? The name calling don't work for me because I don't believe in the word homophobic. It's not a real word. Anyone who fell for that, you a fool. You don't believe in God. You don't respect nature. So I don't care. Anybody scared to tell the truth? But that's not the case. I don't have a problem with people because of their sexual preference. Unless he's a pedophile. Now, that's a sickness. Just like anything else. Or he's a son of a bitch that cheats on his wife. I don't particularly care for that person. Or beats and mistreats his kids just because he's a drunk, sorry dog. Or she sells her kids out for drugs. Or she just keeps dudes running in and out of her house when she got kids in the next room, hearing her getting her back beat out, blown out, cheeks clapped. Yeah, I don't care for those people. Irresponsible. Don't respect children. Don't respect the development of children. Don't respect the feelings of children. I don't care for those folks. Even if you got a man or you got a woman and y'all in a domestic violence situation, y'all rather keep fighting than break up. I don't like that either. Because all of that, every kick, punch, yell, cuss, name, assault, all of that stuff goes through the soul of the children. Then we all here always talking about, we're all the same people. We all bleed the same blood. Who gives a damn about all that? We live in America. America is built on the capitalism and it's all about money. Every time you as a black person say some stupid shit like that, it's my 5th cuss word. What you do is you put our race to the back of the line while everybody else is getting policy passed and getting monies sent to their groups. Well, we're all people. We're all going through the same thing. No, you're not going through the same thing as your white counterpart, your Asian counterpart, Hispanic counterpart, your immigrant counterpart. You're not, dummy. Where are you, believers? You're not. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. That's stupid and it's childish. It's adolescent. It's ignorant. It means you have no sense of understanding about your race, period, and understand that race is a competition among groups. It's a competition. It's a race for resources. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. It's a race for resources, economic, political, education. And so far, we're in the back of the line. We volunteer to move to the back because we're so busy want to have white friends. You can have white friends. Jewish people have friends of all races, but they never stop being Jewish. Hispanics have friends of all different backgrounds, but it never stopped them they never stopped being Hispanic or Latinos. And you dumbass that keep calling Latinos, well, you know, they're black. No, they're not. They say Viva la raza. That means the race. And it doesn't include Negroes. Purity. But blacks are stupid in this country. If you don't think we qualify for reparations, monetary, and we also need some miseducation of the Negro books passed around to every adult and child African American. Because this shit is stupid. And we also need, I'm coming up this hill here, everybody to receive a copy, and they must read page to page the Willie Lynch letter. You have to, because everything I say, been saying right now, you don't understand. So again, we're playing ourselves in this we're playing ourselves in this world. We're playing ourselves in this country. We're so busy still trying to be accepted and validated that we'll let the dominant culture put anything on us. But yet again, we'll walk our stupid asses around here with dashikis on, talking about some black power, and then as soon as you get in front of some cameras, well, we around here want to represent the marginalized and disenfranchised queer folk, immigrants, LGBT, trans, and black women. Not a boy or a man is ever mentioned. Y'all pay attention. Whenever these so-called educated, well-spoken Negroes of the day get in front of white cameras, they always use that same script. LGBT queer folks, marginalized black folks, queer, trans, LGBT, single mothers, black women. They never mention straight black men or black boys. Y'all just want y'all to understand. I'll keep saying that till y'all understand. I know a lot of y'all live in La La Land and say if you don't mention it, it won't happen. If you don't talk about it, it's not going on. It's going on. By the way, if y'all didn't know, I got this little PDF that I wrote. It's a little book, 50 pages. It's in PDF format. So say if you want to just send me an email and I'll send it to you. However, for a small price of $10, Cash App, $ Rico the Opinionist. That's also my collection plate. $ Rico the Opinionist. And also my PayPal is Rico the Opinionist, OPINIONIST. It's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt, Conversation with an Absent Biological Father Who Never Wanted to Be Found, or Who Dared to Be Found. One of those, yeah. It talks about when I first met my dad found out about my actual biological father at 22 years old by accident. Shout out to my Aunt Patricia, rest in peace. She passed away in 2010. Pancreatic cancer. And so, yeah. Now, if you like a copy, hit your boy up on that Cash App. Please give me an email address, and I'll email it right to you. I appreciate you in advance. And also, if you buy it and you decide to read it, let me know what you think. I would really appreciate your feedback. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and end this sermon because I have to go to the gym. Because I do have a goal. I'm not going to have this stomach at the end of May. I'm still trying to get this little stomach off. If I have some muscles, cool, but I'd just rather have a flatter stomach. So that's the goal by May. What's this, February? About turning into March. So I have about 90 days to get that flat stomach. If I have some abs, cool. But yeah, it's time to get fit. It's time to get in shape, ladies and gentlemen of the black community. Well, I'm moving on past the ladies. Ladies don't give a shit. Guys, it's time for you to get fit. And so, matter of fact, I'm going to talk about that in my next live. All right. Matter of fact, yeah. So y'all be cool. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you for joining me for my Sunday morning service or my Sunday morning worship. All right. Talk to y'all again in the future. Hey, Mary Max, call me, girl, when this is over. We'll talk. And I say, peace, y'all.